This the vibe. This the vibe. This the vibe. This the vibe. This the
Don't start shit if you ain't ready to get hit.
Will allow me to drop some knowledge.
We have to disagree. I saw that Sailor Moon outfit.
the vibe. This the vibe. This the vibe. This the vibe.
It's the only chance you're gonna have to ask me questions.
Let me see you hit a two-step. Don't pay attention to the
First time I
we don't really care what you said. We just sticking to the grind. We not trying to waste the time. Mommy over there. This the vibe.
Let me put this up. Make sure your volume is all the way up.
Wagwan BMF family. What's up? Talking with the Queen Goddess herself. How are you today?
Sorry about
Let me get your questions up, my girl. Let me get your questions up, my darling. You wanna start now, or you just wanna
just do my intro.
Gotcha. I'm SJ, by the way, y'all. Wagwan. Talk to me nice, so don't talk at all.
All right. What is really good, my BMF army? I want to thank you guys for being here today. As always, welcome to my very first mailbag episode. And for those who are uncertain as to what the mailbag episode consists of, is basically all the mail and messages that I've been receiving from my fans, supporters, everyone who submitted will be answered by me today. I put them all together, and this is a one-time thing because I don't really do, nobody ever asks me questions or interviews me. It's always the other way around. But if you do have any questions while you're watching now, write them below, and I'll definitely answer them as well. But first, let me introduce my co-host for this episode, SJ. What's up? Making time for us. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
I met SJ through business, SJ is an amazing, talented person as well. Real energy, badass, cutie pie. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is SJ. Well, my name is Sean, but I go by SJ. I'm an actor, entertainer, in the come up right now. Doing music videos here and there, network here and there. That's just me. Never stop the hustle, hustle never stops. Came on here to support my Queen Goddess herself. Queen. But how are you today? How's everything?
I'm doing all right. Actually been trying to get as much work done as I can while we're not, busy at MSG. So while everybody else might be enjoying, their break from MSG, I'm working. But, that's the hustle,
Definitely.
Exactly.
Hustle never stops.
Not for me. I mean, once in a while, I'll try to get a little fun in, but, I definitely choose money and work over fun a lot. Hi, Sophia, my bestie, showing up. Okay. So, go for it. Let's start this.
So we're going to start with question number 1 from fan Shia Lopez. She said, "Dear Goddess, will you ever admit that the elites are the goats of wrestling?"
Repeat that.
From Shia Lopez, she says, "Dear Goddess, would you ever admit that the elites are the goats of wrestling?"
And for those that don't know, by elite, he's talking about AEW, and it's kind of You know, it's a sarcastic question because Sal knows that I'm not the biggest AEW fan. Like, I support it. I was with it, you know, from day one. Lately, I can only watch it if I'm able to fast forward. So I definitely let the show run and record and then watch it after it's at least in the middle. That way I could fast forward through a lot of bullshit. The problem with AEW to me
Right.
is a lot of it I don't feel captivated by whatsoever. There's a lot of bad promos. There's too much freedom in my mind, and you know, an owner who doesn't know how to book shit. Let's be honest. You know, the dude, he got his money
Right.
and his fed. He books his fantasy matches. Everything doesn't always mesh well together, and you know, I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. Not knocking them, but that's just my preference. Next question.
And we just gonna go with that preference. Question number 2. This one is from fan Donald Anderson. Dear Goddess, I just wanted to say that I love you and keep doing the great things that you are. I guess that's just a statement. You know, just to show the love.
Who sent that?
You know, Donald.
Oh, thank you, Donald. Big supporter. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, Donald. Shout out to you. Third question. This is from Ben Garcia. Dear Goddess, why do people hate me in wrestling? Is it simply because I'm that good? Ben Garcia.
Ben Garcia. You have a terrible attitude. Like, we cool, of course, but your attitude towards other people and other people in the crowd, trust me, all of the things that you dislike, certain things that I dislike as well about New Age wrestling and wrestlers, you know, is not so much about the product, is more about showing off and, you know, doing this and whatever they think is cool. I totally get it. The discipline is definitely not the same. But you can't go knocking everybody all the time. You know, a little humility doesn't hurt anybody. So, I think that might be why. Next.
Love it. Question number 3. This is from Mr. Mishra. Dear Goddess, how... Okay, hold on. Dear Goddess, how are you? Heroine?
I'm a superhero. Spider-Woman. You know what's funny? Every time, like, I give my email to a place, like, if I'll be signing up for something and they're like, what's your email? Or at the doctor's office. And I'll be like, Spider-Woman. They start laughing. I'm like, yeah, I'm a big fan.
Okay. Well,
thank you.
Mr. Mushra said, can you please go on a date with him? That's the question. Do they know that you're not
They know that they know that I'm taken. So I'm gonna accept the compliment.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let's respect for the king in the castle, okay, guys?
Let's keep watching. You never know what the future. Okay? Oh shit! What's up, Panther Rodriguez in the house?
Next question. Shout out. She'll be doing shout outs here and there, you know, whenever she feels like it. By the way, you know, whenever she feels like it. But next question. This is from Anthony.
Yep.
Anthony Chobot? Is that a C? Anthony Chobot? Dear Goddess, how do you feel about Triple H and his writer role at WWE? Ooh.
Triple H, first of all, he's godlike. There's nothing bad you could say about this man. He's fucking been in the business for years and years. He's dominated his craft and his field, and he's one of the, you know, the greats. Hall of Famer as well.
Right.
And he knows what he's doing. We all felt the change from, you know, 2020, 2021. WWE was really trash. Let's be honest. So, you know, when Triple H came back, I was excited initially. And ever since he's been back, it's been better. I'm not fast forwarding through the show like I do AEW. So that says a lot. Triple H the man.
Triple H the
There's gonna
man. And we're gonna go
be a
with
lot of
that
wrestling
one.
questions.
Next question for the a lot of wrestling questions. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's your specialty. That's your hobby. Let's get into it. Next question is from Kate Leonard. Dear Goddess, which two tattoos are your favorite, and what are the stories behind them?
It's hard to choose. I got a couple of favorites, but definitely every tattoo that I have has its own story. Uh,
If you just had to dumb it down, whether
one of
if it was your
them
first tattoo or
is this scissor stabbing my arm here. Most people,
you know what's
yeah,
funny,
most people.
I peeped that on you.
While
I
it's
peeped
cool
that on
as
you, by the way.
fuck, and the artist that did it was happy to do it. Most people think, they ask me if I'm a hairdresser, and I'm like, no, I'm not. I understand the scissors, but I don't think that a hairdresser would get something like that. But anyway, I'm not, obviously. My reasoning for doing it at the time, I was going through a lot of inner turmoil due to the feeling of being stabbed in the back. So in turn, I said, a lot of people get that tattoo, knife in the back. I'm gonna get a scissor in my fucking arm. And that's how I felt. And that's it. I love it.
And we love that too. Next question is from
Oh, wait.
Jack Miller.
She said
Dear Goddess,
two.
how old?
Uh, oh,
Oh, yeah, she did say
okay.
two. Sorry about
So
that.
this one
Rewind.
right here, it says, it's backwards for you guys probably, but it says, turn your pain into power. My
That's fine.
absolute favorite because, man, have I been through some shit in my life. My life could definitely be a movie, no doubt. And as much pain as we carry with us, I definitely try to turn that into power in positive ways. And I believe that, slogan
Definitely.
wholeheartedly.
Mm. So next question, Jack Miller. How old were you when you left home on your own? I am 33 and my mom is stressing me. Ouch. Okay. 33. Wow, I'm 23. I'm
I
trying to get a mom out
respect you
house.
for, asking that question and not being
hmm
afraid to. Um, my situation is completely different. First of all, uh, your mom probably just wants the best for you. Uh, we live in a really chaotic, crazy world, especially, since the pandemic has been super worse.
Right.
It's super hard. And you know what? I don't even fault
hmm
people who do stay with family, especially here in New York, because it's super expensive here. Like, to be able to even survive, you need 2 or 3 jobs. Like, if two doesn't even cut it anymore. Multiple streams of income. So I
hmm
know that is difficult, but you definitely want to get on your own feet as soon as you can because you need that stability for your future. As for me, I left home really young. I left home at 12 years old. I never looked back. So if I could do it, you can too.
hmm And honestly, to touch based on that, I feel like it's also a mental thing. You know, you it's not always you want to always get away from your parent because we would never want to get away from our parent. It's just that it's if we
Yeah.
want it, if you really want to get your own spot, if you want to work hard to get your own place, if you want to work hard and get rent. Not a lot of people have that type of mentality. And people have to stop living in an illusion and stop
Yeah.
expecting something to fall on their lap because not a lot of people is used to hard work. Not a lot of people is used to building something from the ground up, if you get what I'm saying. Everybody just wants something handed to them. Not to
Right,
say that,
right.
Mr. Miller is like that, but It's just a lot of other people that's like that. You know, you have to want it. You know, just saying. But next question is from Mike Johnson. It says, he says, what is the most romantic date you have? Also, what is the most painful experience from dating? What is your most painful experience from dating? So I guess that's a double question.
They both have multiple answers, but I guess I'll choose one of each. The most romantic dates, I guess I will say, went to a real fancy dinner, went to play games. I'm a gamer, so anything involving games is good. And then we went back to the room, and they had like roses leading from the door all over the bed, candles everywhere. That's pretty cute. It's definitely something every woman, even man, should experience in their lifetime. Most painful, that'll have to be any situation I was involved with domestic violence. I went through that a lot. I'm not proud of it, but I went through it, and I try to be an advocate for domestic violence for others. What about? I want to know you, SJ. What was your most romantic date?
Honestly, I never had a date. Nah, I'm lying. I had a date. Okay, I'm lying. Okay. So it just wasn't romantic. I'm still young. I'm only 23. So it was like this day happened like 5 years ago. I was like in high school. No, I was in college. I was like about to go away for college, and me and this person, it was like a rooftop dinner. Like a rooftop dinner at night. Chilling. Drinks. Smoking a little blunts. Eating dinner. It was a vibe. Like for me, romantic. You don't have to go all out. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. The simple things matters. We could fucking run and buy a fucking box of pizza and smoke a blunt and watch a movie. That's lit.
We got Miracle in the room. What's up, Miracle?
But
showing.
Oh, we got a familiar face.
Chrissy, you are freaking amazing. I just want to tell you that while you're here. I learned a lot from you from SJ, but you are fucking amazing. Keep being fucking fabulous, because you are.
Yes, that's my twin. That's my everything. That's my baby. That's my lovins. What's up, Miracle? I love you, poo-poo. All right, so let's get to the next question. The next question is from James Guerrero. What is your biggest pet peeve in life? What is the biggest pet peeve in pro wrestling?
In life, that would be bad hygiene and uncleanliness. Super, like, I definitely have a hard time getting along with people who are dirty. I'm downright mean to them. So,
like, if you stink, one thing about me, everybody knows me. I don't keep my mouth shut for shit. If you stink, I'm going to tell you stink. If your breath stinks, I'm going to tell you your breath stinks.
Better tell me.
If my breath stinks, tell me my breath stinks. Like, for real, you better tell me. If you're
I will respect.
You better tell me. I will respect it if you tell me, because I don't want no random to tell me, because then I'm a pop on them.
Punto.
Kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So, that's it. Tato. So now, what is your biggest pet peeve in wrestling?
I would have to say a lot that goes on in indie wrestling. Indie wrestling, it's like the amateur league wrestling under mainstream. The things like the wrestlers who generally have no passion and kind of want to be we're all friends, and not really take the sport serious. That fucking irks me. Like, get out of the scene, please, because I'm a big wrestling fan. We all know this, and I don't take it as a joke. Like, if you want to be a joke, go be a fucking clown.
That's it. Put on a red nose and some extra large shoes and go stomp around. That's it. Next question is from Mark Lopez. Dear Goddess, where do you get that body? Addy, 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 addy.
Oh man, it's a mixture. I get it from my mama and my grandmother. It's a lot of tango,
Nah,
man.
that question just got
Some
me
way
weak. I'm sorry,
fucking wood, like.
because why did this person really type out like that? Body, body.
Yes, because the questions, the way you see them is the way they came in.
Nah, that's funny. Nah, but you do got a body. You do got a body.
Miracle say yes, the hips don't lie.
Nah, Miracle, no. She be knowing you got a body. You got a body. Like a body. Right, Miracle? Like, oh my God. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. All right, let's get to the next question. Nah, that was funny, though. This is from Annie Thomas. Dear Goddess, would you ever get any form of plastic surgery, or have you? Why they trying to play down?
I mean, it doesn't happen often, but every like once in a blue, somebody will ask me like a dumb nigga in the street, and I'm sorry because I don't really like to use that word. A dumb guy in the street.
We Puerto Rican.
Be like, oh, is that real? Like, first of all, look at my thighs, bro. There's no denying what I have is real. My thighs super match, and then some.
Like,
I'm not knocking anyone who chooses to, alter their body, but that is totally against what I stand for myself. I'm a happy fat girl, and I love being fluffy and extra. That is me, and you're gonna love me for who I am, or keep it moving. The only thing I will get cosmetic wise is probably laser hair, because I hate hair and I shave all the time, but to have it removed and not have to worry about it would be great.
My thing is that they worrying about your ass being plastic surgery. Let's talk about the females that actually get their ass financed. Because a lot of these bitches do that.
I have made projects out there. Them shits. Polo Savage Cheese that is giving on that for realness. Thank you, boo. Sure. Got the, what do you call those? The cellulite and all that. Love it. My shit still slaps. Anyway.
Well, yep. Let's get to the next question. The next question is from Danny Perez. He said, Dear Goddess, who was the first fan to hashtag BMF Army? Hashtag BMF Army. Everybody who's commenting right now, hashtag BMF Army. I want to see you spam this shit right now.
BMF Army for life. Who's actually one of my longtime followers. His name is Lucky. Shout outs to you. And, then I just started seeing people hashtag BMF Army. I was like, okay, that's what they want. And so I address you guys that way. But
Rodney, you is stupid. Not the coupon surgeries. Not the coupons.
I'm done. He said, yo, but that's a real thing. You know that? These girls be going to the Groupon, fucking foreign countries, fucking they shit up. Please, if you're gonna do that, do your homework really good. It's like
please do your homework.
Quality.
Please choose the right doctor.
Costs money. Don't go under quality. It's not worth
it. It's not worth it. And honestly, women out there, I'm not against plastic surgery, but if you're gonna go out the country to get your body done, don't take it as a vacation. Take this serious. Bring somebody that you guys trust. Don't bring a whole group of friends, because, they're really not going to give a fuck what you're going through. They're just going to give a fuck what they're going through. So, if you're going to do that, just plan right. That's what I'm saying. Because we're losing a lot of
So I
lives
like
based
I like
off
to preach a
shit like
lot to
this.
love yourself and not alter yourself. If you
Hmm.
have the ability to do that, self-confidence is just about learning to love yourself. Like love yourself the way you are. No matter
Hmm.
what. We all have flaws. I
That's
got a
it.
lot of them. I got chichos here, chichos there. And you know what? What's the my favorite part of me is this and this.
Hmm.
Nobody, nobody
The brains, because you're
could
the
be
brains of
me.
the operation. Nobody. And that's right. That's right. Let's get to the next question. This is from Justine Lewis. Do you want to become famous, Mrs. Goddess? Mrs. Goddess.
Although you guys see me, obviously, you see my face, you see my photos, my selfies a lot as a content creator and influencer. Those that comes with the business,
Mm,
but I'm not looking, on the contrary, to be famous. My uh, whole thing is about having a platform to speak about the shit that I've been doing ever since I was little, and just being able
mhm,
to hopefully help other people, or enlighten other people. If that was to happen, okay, but it's definitely now.
mhm. Yeah, so that's perfect. And I
Thank
love
you.
that. Talk your shit. So let's get to the next question. This one is from Sean Torres. What nationalities are you mixed with?
I'm about to let out a secret because a lot of people don't know this. I usually, when people ask me that, I'd be like, yeah, Puerto Rican, Dominican. Um, my father,
Because that's
Dominican
what I thought you
born.
was. So,
He lives here in the U.S., but he even still
mhm,
refuses to speak English. He's straight Platano. My mother, her father was Puerto Rican, born in Puerto Rico, and her mother is pure Italian. Like my grandfather was a mob boss Italian. Um, I don't really
see, I know it.
uh,
I know
put
it.
that out there, really, because at the time growing up, that part of my family was extremely racist. And once they found out that my mother had children by a black man, they totally outcasted her. So, plus, a
Mm,
lot of other family turmoil, shit that she went through, and the whole reason why I don't even go by my first name, because I was named after my grandmother. Terrible people, let me just tell you. And I'm not talking about Italians, because I'm Italian. It's in me. But that part of my family, terrible people, disgusting. Um,
mm.
so yeah, Puerto Rican, Italian, Dominican, probably a whole lot of other shit. I definitely want to do that ancestry shit one day, just to know. I mean, it's fun just to know. We all mixed, bro. I hate
But
this.
I knew I had
No.
a feeling
Okay. Your
it gave a
granddaddy
little
was
bit of
fucking
Italian.
somebody on the other side of the planet. Get out of here.
Next question is from Amanda Scott.
Where,
Dear
pal?
Goddess, I want to get my first tattoo.
Polo Savage King. Now he
What?
wrote Wepa. I just.
Oh, wepa. Wepa. All right, so from Amanda Scott, she said, I want to get my first tattoo. What advice can you give me?
Um, I always tell people to get it in a meaty area first, like your arm, leg.
Mm,
People be telling me for the first tattoo, I want it on my ribs. Try dying first. Like, don't go
ooh,
for the most painful part of your body. Somewhere where you have a lot of meat, and everybody's threshold for pain is different. Mine's is extremely high. I mean, for me, tattoos are definitely therapy. Some people slit their wrist. I go get a tattoo when I'm stressed out. So,
mm. So let's get to the next question. This question is from number 9. Dear Goddess, how do you feel about the foot fetish community? What?
Hold on, before I answer that, can you read what Miracle said there?
Miracle said, "Go with something you truly believe in, believe in love.
That's
Don't get
great.
something you'll
That's
regret."
great advice. I'm gonna add to that. Don't get nobody's
Smart.
fucking name unless if they're not your family or your
Yes.
child. Don't make that
Do it.
decision. I've been there.
Don't do it.
I will own up to it. I was stupid.
Don't do
I
it.
got it right here. You will never know that motherfucker was there though.
Mm.
Oh, the foot
So let's
fetish.
get to
Read that
number 9.
again. What?
It says, "How do you feel about the foot fetish community?"
That is random as fuck. All right. First of all, I hate feet. I won't touch your feet. I won't kiss your feet. And that's just my preference. I'm not a feet person. But I do respect the community. Do as you please. If you want some pictures of my feet, $50 each. Holla at me. Next.
That's on Perry. Yeah, and the link will be in her bio soon. We got you on that.
Some people got OnlyFans for feet.
No, like for real, people got OnlyFans for noses.
Got OnlyFans for
Have you know
people
that?
taking
For
shit.
noses. Like weird
That's
shit.
one.
No.
I've never heard of that fetish.
Yes. Twitter will tell
Oh
you a lot if you have
my
Twitter.
god.
Let's get to the next question. This next one is from Mario Rowe. Mario Rowe. Mario Rowe. Let me shut up. It says, "Dear Goddess, if you were a wrestler, which championship would you go
Although
after?"
the Raw Women's Championship, absolutely. The reason, well, the Women's Championship's kind of obvious, cause I'm the BMF. I'm gonna fuck shit up, but it has to be Raw because that's my idol's show, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, hell yeah.
Right. And that's just that.
What did
And I feel like you made what
Polo King
did what?
said?
Polo King. This is Rodney. He said, "Not the corns, bunions, and onions. Absolutely
Oh
not."
no. You shouldn't be engaging in any
Rodney is
feet
an
play
asshole.
if you got feet like that. I don't think you'll be part of the community. I think they like pretty feet. But
Yeah.
who's to say there's not somebody
Yeah.
out there that prefers nasty feet?
And that's some nasty
Yo,
shit.
there's some. You know what you just reminded me of? You ever seen that movie Life with Martin and Eddie Murphy? Hilarious.
Yeah, right.
There's a part in the movie where Martin calls him a nasty motherfucker. No, he calls him nasty and he says, "That's right, I'm a nasty motherfucker." But it was when they would put the makeup and they were like old men. It's just hilarious. That movie.
Yeah.
You gotta see it.
Let's get to the next question. Next question is from Eric Torres. "Dear Goddess, how do you feel about Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny is domain?" I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Bad Bunny, Damian Priest.
Wait, no. How do you feel about Bad Bunny?
He
Versus
just
Damien? Sorry.
he just had a match with Damian Priest a couple of weeks ago. It's no secret. I'm a big Bad Bunny fan. Love his music. I adore him as a person. I respect anybody who cares about the people and the community, and he does both. You know, he gives back, and he's talented as fuck, and he can wrestle. I love wrestling, so that super impressed me. The match was godlike. Everybody said it. There's no non-consensus to that. It was awesome. Everything you could ask for.
Shout out to Bad Bunny. Y que me pregunto si se escucha no, yeah. Next question is from Big Matt. Big Matt. Big Matt. What has been the worst defining moment in your life so far? Oh, shit just got deep. Why you gotta go
I
deep?
have two. Um, the first would be when I started my YouTube journey and my goddess made. For those out there in YouTube land who don't know, I do my own art customs. I'm
Mm-hmm.
hand painter. Um, I felt like, wow, I didn't really know because, like, when I was a little girl, I wanted to be a scientist. I had a fucking rock collection. I was a nerd. That didn't happen. I wanted to be many things in life. I am still taking classes. I major in human psychology. I love to learn about how the brain works and why people act the way they act, which is why I am talented in the art of putting the shoe on the other foot because I have studied how people behave. um, but it wasn't until I started my YouTube and art journey that I said, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I want to do. I was already in my
Mm-hmm.
30s, which is why I tell people there is no time frame. We are bombarded with these societal pressures all the time of you need to have house, car, kids, husband, whatever the fuck, by a certain age. You don't have it together, especially if you are like myself. You did not have that parental guidance or family support and had to figure out a lot of fucking shit on my own. For me, it happened in my 30s. There is no time frame. So, in turn, never fucking give up on your dreams or what you want to do, or keep changing things.
That's a fact. Next question. Shout outs to you on that
Thank
answer.
you.
You did your big one. Next one is from. We have another question from Miss Sai Lopez. Dear Goddess, blood and wrestling necessary or rich?
Blood and wrestling, not necessary. Do I enjoy it? Sure. A little blood is okay. Do I really want to see like some of the hardcore shit niggas be doing, like fucking barbed wire and like super crazy bloody? No, it's not necessary. Not whatsoever. I see great matches on one of my favorite feds, New Japan, all the time where you don't see a drop of blood, and I thoroughly enjoy the match. So necessary? No, not so much.
Got you, got you. Next question is from Ben. He said, "Why are you so amazing, Miss Goddess?"
I know who that is. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben. Shout outs to you. She is amazing, amazing queen. Next question is from Secret Admirer. Ooh, dear Goddess, not a question. Just wanted to say you are a hell of a goddess, and I'm waiting for you to be single.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Oh, why is it? I see. I do understand though. They waiting. They waiting.
So hold you up.
They waiting. But that can't happen. It can't happen. Secret admirer. Next
I
question
don't
is
even
from
know what to
Bonnie
say. I'm
Campbell.
just like, oh.
Next question is from Bonnie Campbell. Dear Goddess, how have you been holding up since losing your mother? Rest in peace to mom.
Oh, man, it just made 2 years and it's heavy. It's still heavy. I mean, of course, after it happened, it was the worst time of my life. I didn't want to be here. I did not want to be here. I still have thoughts sometimes. Like, I would never hurt myself. Never say never, but I would never hurt myself. And I know that she would want me to keep going. Sometimes it's hard. My mom was everything. I don't have family. I'm just me on my own, so it gets to me a lot. It's hard. And let me tell you, when you lose your parents, if you haven't yet, and you're close to them, it fucking sucks. It's the worst thing on the fucking planet. Actually, that was the second most defining moment of my life when I lost my mother. First of all, I learned who my real fucking friends are because a lot of people who were close to me were not there for me. I didn't get a message, not a call, nothing. From my own father, nothing.
Wow.
I had to hold a lot of shit on my own. Like I said, I don't have that. I don't have that support. You know, my boyfriend, my biggest support, always there for me. But you know, there's a difference between that and actual family. And not only do I not have the support, and I say I don't have family, but I have them, and you know they shit on me, and that's another hole next to the hole my mother left. So it's heavy. You have to have a strong fucking will. And I tell you, some days
Yes.
it still gets tested because I do struggle with anxiety big time. And something I just went through recently in my personal life, like triggered that again. I've been dealing with it daily now again. And I have it right now, and I'm still doing this show. It takes a lot of fucking willpower.
You're one of the strongest
But I'm
women I
trying
know,
not to
girl.
cry, but I'm telling you guys because
Don't
I
cry.
know that people can
Don't.
relate. You have to find it in you to keep going. Nobody can teach
Mm,
you that.
nobody. You just learn. Miss Miracle have something to say. She said, "Can't stay and watch the full show, but I want you to know this was amazing. Keep following your heart. Keep your head up. XOXO, you're amazing.
We
Oh,
love
love you,
you.
Miracle,
Thank you so
Miracle.
much.
We see you at work on Sunday,
She's
and we
awesome.
hope,
I'm gonna
and we
put the
hope
link.
Mr. Tokyo.
She's going through something with her dog.
Yes,
Her dog needs surgery,
yes,
guys. $1 helps.
yes.
I'm at
A dollar,
hospital.
anything. Please donate to Mr. Tokyo. Mr. Tokyo really needs it right now. He's not feeling too good. This will help out. Anything will help. But all right, Miracle, stay strong, Pooh.
Thank
We love you out here, all
you,
right?
King Savage.
Now let's get to the next question. This is from Hugo Rivera. He's giving Spanish. She said he said, "Dear Goddess, how can I make love to a beautiful woman like you?"
Yo, Hugo. First of all, you got a girlfriend. You got a girlfriend, and your name is out there, bro. Give her a
Like,
hug, cause
yeah,
she's
man,
kind of
Hugo,
crazy too.
give it a
Like
break.
she will stalk me just because you said that. Like, get out of here, please.
She got lawyers, by the way. She got lawyers, and it's paid for. Te lo dije. Next question is from Morgan Hayden. Dear
Thank you.
Goddess, who are your top 5 wrestlers you would love to do an interview with? Ooh,
Oh,
I want to hear this. Top
Megan,
5.
Megan Harlan, I love you. That's my sister from another mister.
Oh, Megan
She is
Harlan. I'm sorry I pronounced your
actually
last name
a
wrong.
fucking amazing, strong black woman. Uh, this girl is a commentator for wrestling. She does ring announcing. She does um, promos for like all the fucking clubs in Miami and in Florida. She's just amazing, and she's going places. You're gonna see her on TV. I'm telling
Oh,
you.
I have Miss Megan. Megan, we hope to see you at the Garden when you present.
To have
You
such a
know.
strong woman in the wrestling business, I have all the admiration for her. Um,
But let's get back to your
Top
top 5
five,
wrestlers
of
that you want
course,
to
Stone
interview.
Cold Steve Austin. That's my idol. Shawn Michaels, Triple H. It's hard to pick 5. Samoa Joe, Brian Danielson. Oh my gosh. There's So many greats. All the greats. That would be a dream, though.
All the great.
I'm just a
That'll be a
female
dream.
goddess. They don't know me, but that would be the dream for sure. Those are the best.
Definitely. Shout out to you, Miss Megan. I hope you wish you luck on your future
Oh, that
endeavors, my love. Now let's get to the next question. This is from Jeremy G. Sending you much love from
Holla,
Cleveland. Got
my
some fans
dude,
out in
Punk
Cleveland.
City.
Shout out to you, Jeremy G. Jeremy G. Next
He's
question is
actually
from Eric
he's
Offers. Dear God.
he's a little bit of a porn star. That guy. There's
Oh
a lot of
God. At least he's making that
BBC.
paper. But stay safe. Stay safe. Stay safe, Jeremy G. Stay safe. Always get yourself checked up. Always
Oh
stay
man,
safe. Now, Eric Hoffer says, Dear Goddess, have you ever thought of becoming a
absolutely.
wrestler?
I actually, I don't tell this story a lot, but I started wrestling school when I was 18. I was a super mark. Oh my god! And it was for like, I was for the
I
Hardy Boys and
know
Lita,
you was
and
slapping these hoes.
I used to call myself Poison Ivy, and we used to do the whole. Me and my brother used to do the whole Jeff Hardy and Lita thing. It was just corny, but I did start school. I didn't go very far because I was young and naive, and I started dating some guy, and he wasn't into it, so I left it. But do I think
Mm,
of what would have happened if I stood in? I would have been a badass bitch, let me tell you. Another China,
sure would have.
because like everything I do, I'm passionate about. I would have took it all the way, but
Mm. And that's one thing I love about you. You're very passionate, you know. You never take no for an answer. And, have a lot of respect.
I
Strong.
love
Got them
the most
biceps.
about you is your realness. That's what attracted me to you as a friend.
You gotta be real sometimes. Like, the one thing that I love about the people that I set myself around is that it doesn't matter who I talk to. If you can take constructive criticism, if you could take it and just roll with it, I can respect you because I expect like let's refer back to the breath stink. And if my breath stink, be real and tell me that my breath stink. Like, don't sit here and let me walk without a gum in my mouth. Like,
Yes.
but a lot of people they tend to hold that real in because of fear. Me, I ain't scared of nothing. I don't care if you're big, tall, alien from out of Mars. You can get it. You get it. You get it. You get it. But let's get to the next question, Mrs. Gordon. The next one is from Matt Awesome. Dear Goddess, if you were a wrestler, what style would you do? And is Canonical your favorite
Polo
gimmick?
King said facts, saucy, let them know. uh,
Right, so right.
my style would absolutely be strong style. And it's just a form of wrestling that's real hardcore. Like, you're gonna hear and feel those hits. Like in New Japan, they do a lot of strong style. I love it. Really not
Oh yeah, I
go
know.
and give you some powder
I know.
punches. You're gonna feel them shits. So
Them shit's like it
if
hurt.
it's done right, because I'll tell you a lot of the shit I see, I'll be like, ugh. Like, first of all, if you a big
Oh
guy
man.
in the business, you shouldn't be doing no powder puff punches. Like, should be like, oh, you a big guy. Not what kind of joke is this? Um, the second part of that question, the chancla he's being funny because his gimmick is the chancla. He's the you know Boricua. I'm gonna get the chancleta.
Oh,
Fun gimmick.
the chancleta.
Shout outs to you, Matt. Love ya.
Shout out to you, Matt. Next question is from Avery B. Dear Goddess, what are your thoughts on the Young Bucks and why you dislike them so much?
The Young Bucks represent a lot of things that I dislike about wrestling today. I think their gimmicks are corny.
Mm,
everything from the gear all the way to what they do in the ring. Yeah, I know they do all this high flying, cool shit. I don't feel like they respect the business. Everything that CM Punk said about them in that media scrum, I completely agree with. And
Okay.
they kind of make me regurgitate in my mouth every time they come out. So I fast forward those. Don't ask me what they got going on because I don't know.
And that's just that. That's just that. And that's it. And that's it. Next question is from Cedric Jones. Dear Goddess, what is your favorite Stone Cold match?
That's a hard question. There's so many. But it would have to be one of the top is his first blood match with Undertaker, which I'm not even gonna lie, at the time, you know, first of all, Stone Cold, if you blow on him, his fucking head bleeds. It's that ridiculous. And I cried.
Mm.
I cried.
Like if you really
Yo.
blow on his head, he bleeds. Godly, that man, that man, I mean, ouch. That sounds like it hurt. A little heat, you bleeding. Next question is from Princess. Dear Goddess, I think I may have autism. Do you think I should get tested?
That's a
Um,
big one. Oh, it's not
I
something.
I think I think
Yeah,
from the co-host, I think you should get evaluated just to be sure.
I
You know,
agree. Because,
just to be sure. This is
sources to
don't
help,
feel embarrassed.
And it's always better to
Mm-hmm.
understand
To
yourself to
help to
the
cope with that.
deepest degree you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just health is always first, guys. Especially everyone that's on his life, health is always first. If you feel like your body's trying to tell you something, that means your body's trying to tell you something. Do not ignore it. You don't want to wait till the last minute. You know. God bless everyone. Hope you have a healthy life. Now let's get to the next question. Next question is from Megan Harden. Dear Goddess, if you could interview a wrestler outside of WWE, who would you choose?
Oh, snap. It'll have to be Okada, the Rainmaker. New Japan, that's my guy. We'll need an
Mm-hmm.
interpreter for sure, but he's my favorite, one of my favorite guys in New Japan Wrestling. New Japan is just, they have a higher level of discipline, it's very sports like. That's the rest type of wrestling
Mm,
that I enjoy the most.
got you. Let's get to the next question. This one is from Maurice Jones. Dear Goddess, who are your top favorite
Indie,
lady wrestlers?
indie.
Big men. And indie wrestlers, sorry. Indie
Um,
wrestlers, big men.
First of all, Maurice Jones is one of my wrestling review co-hosts. He's also the Black Dragon, pro wrestler himself. So he's definitely on that list. Maurice Jones, number one. Vince Steele. A lot
Mm,
of you who don't follow indie wrestling will know who I'm talking about, but you should follow indie wrestling. Indie wrestling is awesome, especially if you have indie wrestling in your city or town. Um,
mm,
Let me see. Big Red. Oh no, Big Red's not a big wrestler. You said big man. Okay, so King Jeter. Hmm. I did TJ Marconi. That doesn't sound right. I interviewed him already. But yeah. Anyway, love you, Black Dragon.
Now, the next question is from Penegold
Renegade,
Revolver. Dear Goddess,
Renegade
thought.
Revolver.
There we go. Renegade Revolver.
Oh, entrepreneur was man
Renegade.
for the question.
Sounds like retrograde. Oh, shout out to you. Ready?
Um,
Money talks. The next question is Dear Goddess, thoughts on
Mc,
Vince,
Vince
Vince McMahon?
McMahon. Vince McMahon, WWE former CEO. Uh, retire, bro.
Mm.
That's really hard.
Oh, so he's a veteran.
He's never gonna go. Like, he went for a little while, it was great. He came back, ruffled some feathers. I don't know currently if they're still having issues, but retire. Next.
He's a veteran. He's a veteran. Next. Next question is from Big Matt. Um, Dear Goddess, do you think a civil war will happen in the next 100 years?
Wow.
I think a war is happening right now.
I don't think a war has ever ended here.
Yeah, I feel like you know, we don't see the war because it's a spiritual war that's going on right now. So right now we don't see it because we're blind. Well, y'all blindsided. I'm not. I
Right.
peep everything. So y'all could be blindsided if y'all want to. Not I. But I do think some shit's gonna hit the fan soon in the next 100 years. I just feel like we should be angels by then.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's the word.
But let's get to the next question. This one is from Brandon Can. Dear Goddess, how do you get so hard into wrestling? Not many women are. She different.
There are a lot of
She ain't like any other
female.
woman.
I mean, I always say wrestlers themselves are the biggest marks. You know, they call the audience and, you know, the fans marks, but you have to be a super mark. And again, for those unaware, mark, the definition is equal to that of a super fan. Like,
Mm,
an example would be if you go to a wrestling show and you see a fan um all geared up and wrestling, like a t-shirt, or they got the wrestling belt, like totally corn shit, they will call that a mark. So wrestlers themselves are the biggest
right.
marks because they love wrestling so much they wanted to become one. um so there are a lot of good, awesome female wrestlers. There are a lot of female fans, but I know is in circles there aren't that many that are into it like I am. Okay, so I started watching wrestling when I was 3. My male cousins will watch it all the time, so you know I was there and I just got into it, and from there it was just, you know, a regular thing. I would get people around me. I got my family into wrestling and my friends that weren't into wrestling
Mm,
with. It was infectious for me. And everybody, you know, who knows
that
me
sounds
now or
heavy.
has me on social media and they see, you know, this fucking wrestling shit I shoved down your throats, and you don't even know what the fuck is going on. Just some,
So I know I watch
yeah,
that shit all the time. We work at the garden, so we see that shit.
yeah.
Shout outs to my baby love size brats Royal,
Hello.
Miss Royal.
Thank you
Shout outs to my baby. She's a nail tech now.
for coming
She
by.
she she does the nails. She does them
That is an
nails,
important
Miss
job.
Goddess.
Thank
She
you
does
for
them
your
nails.
service.
She does she does them fucking nails. She does it right too. Let's get to the next question, shall we? The next question is from Claymore King. Dear Goddess, do you think men are weak for having mental health issues? What? What kind of shit is
That's
that?
really deep. I don't know what's going on with my hair here, guys. I'm sorry. It's just all over the place.
I'm right there.
The
Look at my
curly
Desi
hair
cake. My Desi
problem,
cake
bro.
story.
It's
Look at my
just
Desi cake.
sometimes I don't know what to do. I'll just roll out of bed and I'm just like, what?
Girl, we got that Puerto Rican here. Let that shit blow in
It's
the
all over.
wind. What are you doing? What are you doing? We got that Puerto
First of
Rican.
all,
We got that Puerto Rican.
I feel like we live in a society that men aren't really acting like men anymore. But as far as your question, no. As a man, no, nobody should be ashamed to have mental health issues. Your focus should be on bettering yourself. And number one, fuck what people think.
Facts. Facts. I live by that
And I
motto every
know
day.
that's sometimes in certain
You
situations
know?
it's easier said than done, but again, fuck what they think. It's your life.
Fuck what they think. And that's just that. And let's get to the next question. Another one from Mr. Big Matt. Oh, that wrong. That wrong. Stop fronting on the kids. Stop fronting on the kids, right? So next question is, dear Goddess, do you think men are becoming weak due to today's
You see,
social
I
climate?
was just
What?
mentioning something along those lines. Yes, I feel like, and he's a great fucking example. All the guys at my job, and I won't say all, but a large majority of them act like, I'm not even act like females, they just don't have that what you would consider a male dominant property. Like at work, I feel like I do the most. When I'm working with the men, they do little. They'll see me struggle and not help me, and I'm like, what is this generation? Like, I feel like a lot of guys are very bitch made, and don't sit there and talk about, oh, females, they gossip and you guys do the same thing. I see it all the time. Y'all
Nah,
niggas talking behind
yeah.
each other's
Men,
backs or bullying each other. Like, act like a man. I love Godfather.
and that's a fact.
There's a part in the movie where Don Corleone was like, "What's the matter with you? Act like a man." Like, for real. It's one of my pet peeves about this generation because men have evolved to be
Miss
just
Goddess,
straight up bitch made. I'm sorry.
somebody in the comments
Ooh,
made a very valid
that,
point. Mr. Polo King Savage, aka Mr. Rodney, he said it doesn't make men weak, but society puts that stigma on men to not get the help that they need. And that is true. Because in today's society, all you will see that the people that's getting help is just mother with children. You know, you will never see a
yep,
father getting help, you know, because they feel as if, you know, you're a man, you're supposed to be able to dominate this world, but not everybody is obligated to the same opportunities as we are, you know. But
that's
Ronnie made a
what
perfect
he
point.
said it all. That's it's up.
Yeah, he said it all just right there. That's why I had to point that out because that right there sums it up.
But
Now we came
you're not
across.
weak,
Now we on our
and you should just take care of
yeah,
yourself by all means. That
yeah.
doesn't make you.
And and to point out another thing, you know, and I know a lot of people that's like this. You know, people tend to worry about outside things instead of worrying about their mental health or their health in general. You know, people just so worried about partying, worrying about being under the next person. You know, people just got to worry about take a day for yourself, you know, and just feel what that feels like, and you will feel like, yeah, that it made a
Exactly.
difference.
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
Definitely. But we're on our final question. How you
I'm
feeling
ready
so far,
for
Miss
it. Let's
Goddess?
go. I gotta get to start cooking before Poppy comes home for dinner.
Oh, okay. Not to hold you. The next and final one is from John Sorono. Dear Goddess, what do you aim for with what do you hold on, I'm sorry guys. What do you aim for with interviewing wrestlers?
I'm gonna say generally I aim for in any interview. I do interview a lot of indie wrestlers. That I do because
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to bring more respect for indie wrestling because it has a serious lack of respect compared to mainstream wrestling. And I also wanted to give indie wrestlers a voice, you know,
Right.
because you only see interviews obviously on TV and the media's of already mainstream wrestlers. Indie wrestlers matter too. They not everybody awesome gets signed or goes on TV. There's a lot of cool shit going on underground. This is why I always, encourage people to check out their local indie circuit. But also because, hey, I got the first interview when they do make it to that place. But most importantly is giving them a voice. I interview, I've done homophobia, I've done things with the LGBTQ community that is always for awareness. I like to open people's eyes or give a different perspective other than ignorance. I've interviewed, anything that's important to give somebody a voice that means something in the world. That's why I do it. It has to have substance.
And that's just that.
And that's my only aim, my real aim with my channel. And I just want to thank for you guys who
guys, thank you guys for paying attention. Thank you guys for tuning in. And thank you for the fans that sent out these questions. Good points, good points that were made.
Y'all the real MVPs, you support, and I love you guys, and I appreciate it. I'm always going to be 100% BMF real. I'm always here. If you need me, just a message away. You're never alone. And thank you.
Ronnie,
SJ, thank you for being here and being a fucking awesome host. You gotta come now. You definitely gotta come back now.
Oh, definitely. This is a vibe. But we gotta do this in person. In front of
Low Key, Savage, Ronnie, thank you for joining us too. I appreciate it.
Guys,
follow me and please subscribe to my channel. It's free. BMF Goddess on YouTube. You'll find the bio.
Subscribe. If you want to see more,
I will actually add SJ's info so that you can follow him too.
Yes.
Have a good night. My BMF Army be with you.
Good night, guys.
This the vibe.
And
Deuces.